Hi, my name is Hillary Pompeo, and I'm running for not only Mayor of Winnipeg, but also President of the United States of America. And I approve of this message. So the plan for healthcare that me and my team have is what we want to do is shut down all emergency rooms across the city and replace them with rooms where you can get leech therapy done, bloodletting, and on top of that, have Canadian Tire stores right beside. So you can get your bloodletting done, and then on top of that, you can get your oil changed. Not only will this stimulate the economy, it'll balance the budget. So starting at age 5, cigarette smoking will be mandatory for all citizens of Winnipeg. So one of the major issues facing Canadians coming up in the next year's election is the issues with post-secondary institutions costs. And what me and my team want to do is to lower the cost of post-secondary institutions for upcoming Canadians, the people who are going to carve our futures out. And so what we want to do is institute tuition fees for kindergarten. And what we're going to do is we're going to privatize kindergarten, and we're going to have it so that you have to pay about $5,000 per semester to have your kid in kindergarten, okay? Now, you might be thinking, oh, what about if my kid's not doing so hot? Well, that's the best part. Your kid only has to get it just below a 2.5 grade point average in kindergarten to get booted out of kindergarten, even after he's paid his costs. So if your kid has a 3 in blocks, that's fine. Don't worry about it. It's going to stimulate the economy, and it's going to balance the budget. So one of the issues facing many Canadians nowadays is the state of our economy. And I'm not going to lie, I honestly think Justin Trudeau's fucked it up. But me and my team, we've come up with a way to fix the economy. And I got 2 words for you guys. Coal mines. You make below $20,000 a year, you go to work in the coal mines. You got outstanding tuition fees of $10,000? Coal mines. Don't have a 401k? Coal mines. No foreign investments? Coal mines. No health coverage? Don't worry. Obamacare will cover you. Just kidding. Coal mines. So under my team's plan, what we want to institute is a no anti-life policies. And so what we're going to do is if you get an abortion 4 months after the baby was conceived, well, you get another 4 months after the baby's born. So we're just going to put it back up in there, and you have to live with that baby in your stomach for 4 months, and you got to wait until it's done. So under our modern plan that we have instituted with our military alliances, Canada theoretically should stay within NATO. And what we're going to do is we're going to fight international terrorism abroad. And Canada's main plan is to bring freedom and democracy to the country of Australia. So the general plan for infrastructure for Winnipeg is to actually rip out the needless things that we don't use for transportation. So what's the deadpan for transportation? Sidewalks. So we rip those out. We put in an extra lane of cars, and like if you have a car, you just get in the car and you go. You know, most people who have places to go have cars. So you add an extra lane, there you go, traffic's done. So one of the largest issues facing citizens of Canada now has been with Justin Trudeau and the mangling of the pipeline determination. And what my staff want to do is we want to gut out the Keystone pipeline. We want to take it out. And we're going to build a pipeline straight from the sewage plants of Winnipeg, straight in to the Red River, directly into where we get rid of our sewage. Now, it's going to flow from Winnipeg all the way to Churchill. It's not our problem anymore. I mean, like, it's Churchill's problem at that point, so, like, it'll be fine. So expanding on our further plan with infrastructure, getting rid of Winnipeg sewage into the Red River, what we're going to do is we're going to expand it. And we're going to expand it internationally. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a 2-way pipeline system between here and South Sudan. So we'll have Winnipeg's pipeline going to South Sudan, Darfur, and it will be we'll be sending all of our product in, and South Sudan will be sending all of their product back to us. So their product will include electronics, their product will include automobile parts, and their products will include beers. And what we're going to send is our sewage. And then it will go from Sudan to Poodan. So one of the biggest international topics facing us nowadays has been the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. So we're looking at the issues of so-said Israeli occupation of illegal Palestinian territory and whatnot, within Syria and whatnot. So here's what me and my team has decided that what we want to do to settle this negotiation. We're going to give Israel the Golan Heights. We're going to give them the West Bank. And then on top of this, we're going to give them Egypt, with all the pyramids, everything involved. We're going to give them Belgium, because the Belgians aren't fucking doing anything. And then on top of that, what we're going to do, we're going to give them the north end of Winnipeg. And they'll be able to set up whatever kind of settlements they want there in the north end. They'll be able to control how transit's going there. And yeah, I think it'll be a good deal for all of us. It'll stimulate the economy and it will balance the budget. So there's been a lot of people having issues with having faith in Canada. And what me and my team have decided is, if you want to bring back faith in Canada, you have to bring back faith. So what we're going to institute is mandatory church for all people in Canada. And if you miss a sermon, well, I'm sorry, but you're going to be missing a finger, because we're going to cut it off. And we're going to start with the small, insignificant fingers, like your pinky first, and then we're going to work our way up to the more important fingers until we get to your thumb. Out of fingers, straight to the coal mines. One of the ideas that me and my team have been thinking about and like brainstorming has been the issues of land ownership and how this could be important for future elections within Canada. So what we're thinking of is if you don't own over 1 hectare of land, you can't vote. And if you try to vote, it's coal mines. Yeah, I mean, driver's licenses, those are a good thing, but like, I honestly think that like the government shouldn't have the ability to say who and who can't drive based off of a driver's license. So what we're going to do is we're going to abolish driver's licenses, because what, do you need a license to put toast in your own damn toaster? No, you don't. It's like, wait, do you need a license to operate a fridge? No, you don't. So why do you need a license to drive a car? So me and my team, we've been thinking about this, and we've been thinking, okay, who do you want to nominate as your vice president of the United States of America? And we've been thinking, we've been looking at all the options that have been given to us, and we've determined the best option is Ben Shapiro. Because guess what? He's offering up ideas. He's offering up a lot of ideas, and is going to the market to offer them up. And I guess you could say it's a marketplace of ideas. And he's offering them up fucking for dirt cheap, okay? So he's doing really good, and we've determined that this is the best option for us as a vice president. So we've talked to multiple people in the United States government, and we've determined who likes this idea. And I'll tell you who. And I'm gonna warn you, people of the United States, it's a fucking hit list of everybody you love. John Bolton, Bill Kristol, Mike Pompeo, Hillary Clinton, Elliot Abrams, Oscar the Grouch, Elmo, Big Bird, Mr. Snuffleupagus, John Brennan, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Donna Brazil, Mr. Dressup, Tim Allen, Rosie O'Donnell, Herbert Hoover, Roseanne Barr, Andrew Breitbart, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer. So what are the problems we have nowadays? Public transit. And what's the solution to this? Private transit. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all public transportation, all city buses, and we're going to privatize it. And we're going to let the market figure it out. Okay? So we're going to just let the market determine what is the true value of taking the bus for one trip. Recycling. Not anymore. 7 countries in 5 years.